Hello friends, welcome back to this video. This is the conclusion of all the 4 techniques which we have studied so far, which are the pulse code modulation, the differential pulse code modulation, the delta modulation and adaptive delta modulation. So we'll be seeing their difference based upon the various parameters. So without wasting any time, let's begin with the first parameter, and the first parameter is number of bits required. So when I talk about the pulse code modulation, there I told you the number of bits required depends upon the encoder. So if I am choosing an encoder of 4 bits, so it will require 4 bits to transmit the signal. If it is of 8 bit, so it requires 8 bits per sample. So now here 16 means 16 bits per sample. It can require more bits per sample as well. It will depend completely upon the encoder. So here I hope now you understood the bits per sample depends upon the encoder. Now if I talk about the DPCM was sending the error signal. So obviously when I send the error signal, the dynamic range, I said it was reduced. So when the dynamic range is reduced, the number of levels required to transmit the signal will be less than this number of bits. So let's suppose if I have 0 to 16. So here it is 0 to 16 voltage to be the dynamic range, and here I have 0 to 160 voltage to be dynamic range. So here I'll be using more number of levels, and here obviously I'll be using the less number of levels. So why we have less number of levels? Because the error function is very less in the dynamic range, because there was more correlation in the adjacent samples. So here obviously the dynamic range is less, so the number of bits required per sample would be less. So here if I talk about the delta modulation and adaptive delta modulation, for both of them I am just requiring 1 bit per sample. So this was the only difference between DPCM and delta modulation. I already told you that when I am moving from DPCM to DM, it's a special type of DPCM only where I require 1 bit per sample. So now the next factor is levels or step size. So level I can derive from the number of bits. So here if I have 1 bit per sample, so we know the formula of levels. Levels is equal to 2 raised to power n. So if I know the number of levels are 2, so n would be 1. So here I'll be having, when n is 1, L would be 2. So when n is 1, L would be 2. So levels are 2 here also, because n is 1, level would be 2. So now talking about this, here the number of bits were more, so level would be more. Here the number of bits were lesser than the PCM, so levels also would be lesser than the PCM. Now talking about the step size. Step size is fixed in all of the 3 cases: pulse code modulation, differential pulse code modulation, delta modulation. But when I talked about adaptive delta modulation, there the step size was not fixed. It will depend upon the message signal, and if the slope of the message signal is larger, that time the step size would be larger. So it is not fixed. So now coming to the next parameter, which is bandwidth for transmission. So here the bandwidth for the transmission would be highest. Now here it would be lower than PCM. So why it is so? If I talk about the bandwidth, it is equal to N of Fs. So here the number of bits were highest, so bandwidth would be highest. So here the number of bits were lower than PCM, so bandwidth would be lower than PCM. And here the number of bits were 1, so it would be lowest. So here in the both of the cases, in delta modulation as well as adaptive delta modulation, we require the least bandwidth, whereas if I talk about the pulse code modulation, there I require the highest bandwidth. And here in the case of differential pulse code modulation, the bandwidth is intermediate. So now coming to the next parameter, which is feedback. So here if you remember the circuit of the pulse code modulation, there was no feedback. I didn't require the previous sample anyhow. So when I talk about the pulse code modulation, the feedback was not present. But when I talk about DPCM, I require the previous sample. So here I was using the predicted sample. So feedback exists here. So DM is also special type of DPCM only. So here also the feedback exists. Similarly, in adaptive delta modulation also the feedback is existing. So now coming to the next parameter, which is complexity. So now if I talk about the complexity, so here the PCM is complex, the DPCM is simple. So why it is simple? Because I am using less number of levels, designing it would be easy. So here it is also simple because the levels are 2, it is also simple, again the levels are 2. So now coming to the SNR. So about SNR, SNR is good in the case of pulse code modulation. But when I talk about DPCM, because here I am not transmitting the exact signal, I am just transmitting the difference of the two samples, so it would be lesser than this. So here the SNR in the case of DPCM is lesser than the SNR in the case of PCM. I hope you remember, when SNR is high, which means signal power is high, so it is good, which means the signal is good here. It is less affected by noise. It is more affected by noise as compared to PCM. Now coming to the delta modulation, there the SNR would be poor because we were using unit step size. So which we were using a single step size. So step size was fixed and we were using only 2 levels, so there was more probability of error as well. So now here if I talk about the SNR in the case of adaptive delta modulation, here because we are using the variable step size, then it will be better than the delta modulation. So now coming to this parameter, which is quantization error and distortion. So here I wanted to talk about quantization error and distortion after the SNR. So now here the quantization error in the case of pulse code modulation, it will depend upon the number of levels. If I am using more number of levels, then quantization error would be less. So another distortions are not present here because I am just sending the signal with the help of levels. So only the quantization error would be present. If you remember, I said in the receiver we don't have any alternative of the quantization block, due to which quantization error would present, and we can minimize it with using the larger number of levels. So here, now here if I talk about the quantization error, so here the quantization error is less, but I said the signal to noise ratio is fair. So now here if I talk about the signal to noise ratio, because here I was sending the difference of the two signals, because of that it was changed. So now here if I talk about the quantization error, because the dynamic range has reduced, so here with the help of same number of levels, the quantization error would be lesser than the PCM. So don't get confused, here we'll be having other distortions here, because of which the SNR is reducing. So now here if I talk about the number of levels to be fixed, so here if I am using 16 number of levels here, so the step size would be 10, and if I am using the 16 number of levels, the step size would be 1. So the quantization error would reduce in this case. So now coming to the delta modulation, I already told you in the delta modulation we have slope overload distortion and we have granular noise. So here we'll be having quantization error as well plus distortions as well. So now if I talk about adaptive delta modulation, here just quantization error is present, no distortion is present. So now coming to the area of application. So here it is used in the audio and video telephony. I already told you that it is used in the space communication as well. So now here if I talk about the differential pulse code modulation, it is used in the speech and video transmission. Now here if I talk about the delta modulation and adaptive delta modulation, you can see it is used in the speech and images transmission. So here I'll be concluding my session. I hope you understood each 4 of them. If you still have any doubt in any of the concept, you can let me know with the help of the comment and I'll try to revert as soon as possible. I hope you like this video. If you like it, share it with your friends, subscribe the channel and push the like button. Thank you.